My name is Karina.
Yeah, and my name's Jeff. Karina and I went to college together, and we met beginning of our sophomore year. We were actually in the same dorm. I was back there with some other guys that I was living with, and we were just talking, and Karina came down in a blue dress, I remember.
I remember
and just
that dress.
walked by, too cool.
I would describe Jeff as really loving, supportive, very smart, very compassionate, and very level-headed, which is really, really wonderful. I love seeing Jeff interact with our nephew and our nieces, and he just has this like really loving, warm sense to him that really the kids really gravitate towards him, and I know that he's going to be an amazing dad. So
I would describe Karina, as she giggles. I mean, she likes to laugh a lot. She's an incredibly empathetic person, I would say. Karina shows that empathy not only for her family and her nieces and her nephew, but all of her friends. She's incredibly attuned to people and their needs and the support that they need. And I know she'll be a great mother because of that. I also think Karina is incredibly smart. It's very interesting. And it's not just that our interests are different, I think our intelligences are very different. They overlap in some areas, but we can have very in-depth, thoughtful conversations. And I really appreciate that in not only a partner, but my best friend. Things that we like to do together, we like to travel at least once a year to go somewhere that we haven't been before, whether that's nearby or I don't know, another country. I like a lot of outdoors things. That's one of the really nice things about living in Colorado. I like running and trail running especially. I like biking.
well, in terms of my favorite things to do together is I'm a big birder. And Jeff, when he can, he will go with me. I love to paint, draw, really anything kind of that involves color, you know, and creativity. We like going for family walks with the two pups, and that's always like really, I don't know, really nice.
For work, I have an engineering background. I work for a food startup based out of California, so I work remotely. My company is focused on creating food in a more environmentally sound way for the future. So fewer greenhouse gas emissions, things like that. And to me, it's important to do that kind of work for our children, for other people's children, for the next generation, in terms of leaving the world a better place.
So I'm a social worker, and I teach future social workers. I love to teach. I love my students. That's what I do, and it's fantastic. We've been together almost 20 years, and I would say actually something that in our time together and how we've grown together that I think will really impact in a very positive way our parenting is that we have really learned communication. I think, you know, just that communication and being really open with each other and really respecting the other person, I think that'll translate nicely to parenting as well.
I feel like we're ready to become parents through adoption. We've discussed it a lot, and we've discussed different ways to grow our family, but adoption was always one path we planned to do, no matter what. My youngest sister is adopted, and I have other family members who are more extended family but are adopted as well, so it's been a normal part of my life to see families grow that way. For both of our families, our parents are both very, very excited to have more grandchildren. They honestly could not wait to have their first, and I mean, they fortunately do have some with our siblings now, but they've both expressed, their willingness to step in and do anything they can. They want to spend as much time with their grandchildren across the board. So
both of our families are out of state. They're not in Colorado. So but there's a lot of excitement around like my mom calls it, what does she say, being a suitcase grandma or something like that. And they're just super supportive, super excited. They can't wait for our little family to grow. Jeff does have an aunt and uncle that live in the state, which is really great. They're we always look forward to when we get to see them. In terms of our community, I mean, we have just amazing friends who are like family, who have been so incredibly supportive throughout this process and continue to be, as we wait. Every type of offer around whatever you need, support, even like a baby shower, we're gonna host a baby shower for you and all that. And it's just really incredible. And this includes both friends who have children and friends who maybe don't want children of their own, but want to be a part of our child's life, which is really great. And I also have an incredible supportive system at work, actually. Like, my colleagues have been in our corner since we started this process. We have felt incredibly supported and loved throughout the entire thing.
Yeah. And Paca's ready to babysit also. We want to create an environment for our children, if we end up having multiple, that they can find their passions and interests and their talents and really maximize those in their life and be fulfilled. We come from not just different backgrounds, but obviously very different interests and have found success in very different ways.
Yeah.
And honestly, find fulfillment in very different ways.
Yeah.
And there's no wrong way to do that. Paca has only one way to do it, but one of the other values we want to, so we love animals, as you can see. This guy behind us, and we want to have a home where there are animals. We want to take them to animal rescues and introduce them to that, and really encourage loving our animal friends.
Whether it's animals, people, etc., the environment, we really want to encourage that with our kids. We are definitely very excited and anxious to become parents and to welcome our child into our home. It's something that we have been, waiting for, preparing for a long time. We're looking forward to becoming parents and going on this journey with our little one once they're here. I want a little brother or sister to play with.
Yeah.